Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Report reaching us right now is that Reverend Esther Ajayi allegedly slammed the Ooni of Ife that his strategy can never win Queen Naomi back to him, but it will only end up estranging her from him, as in sending her very far away from him, because they said Mama Esther Ajayi thought that, those very offensive comments that were made by the Ooni of Ife, even though Ooni of Ife, of course, he is king, he is very brilliant, he is very careful, he doesn't just talk anyhow, he chooses his words very well, but anybody who is listening to the Ooni of Ife would know that he was just throwing jab at Olori Naomi, like it was so deliberate. That evening when he came out of Ilofi, it was very, very deliberate. Now he prayed for his wives and prayed and prayed and prayed. And he said a lot of things. He thanked God for the children, that the palace has multiplied. And he said, one thing he said that really moved me was that God has blessed him with so many beautiful women around him. They mocked him. They thought he had no capacity of keeping his wife. You do know that I have been saying that thing over and over. They called Oni the king that cannot keep a wife. And that is one thing that pained him so much. Yes, you know that on this blog, I have been saying that one of Oni's biggest pain was when people started describing him as a king that couldn't keep a wife. That really hurt him. He never liked that, okay? And so he would do anything to ensure that, these things do not happen to him again. So when he made mention of all of those things while he was praying, that look at him now, God has blessed him with different women who are bringing different colors to the table, women who have something upstairs and all of that. Anybody who is close by would know that this was just throwing jab at Olori Naomi. And it became very offensive to a lot of people, especially those who have just always been there to try and broker peace between Olori Naomi and the Ooni of Ife. Now, Reverend Esther Ajayi happens to be one of those people who has always been there to broker peace between Olori Naomi and the Ooni of Ife. They said that she expressed her dissatisfaction. She told Kabiyesi, if this is a strategy, I want you to know that whoever gave you this counsel to use this strategy is not working, and it will never work, because it's going to further send that girl far away from you, and let there not be a time where you come back to me trying to tell me to talk to Olori Naomi, because you need to know that for everything that you say hurts her a whole lot. They said Reverend Esther Ajayi was very displeased by those words that came out of the mouth of the Ooni of Ife. And they said Ooni of Ife went further to explain himself also and let Reverend Esther Ajayi know that he was also very upset. Really, that evening before the prayer, they said Kabiyesi was very upset, that Kabiyesi reprimanded Oletik, reprimanded Ikpi a great deal, and it was just so much because of all the things that happened while he was in Ilofi. Now, while he was in Ilofi, they said he spent only 7 days there. But the things that happened in the palace on those 7 days was like an entire lifetime. So Kabiyesi was upset, was asking why it is as though he cannot leave the palace for 1 minute without everything turning upside down, that they said the man felt so bad. And of course, when he eventually gathered all the women, he did the prayers and said all of these things. But they said he had also made it very clear that it was in a moment of anger that he said all of those things. And they said Reverend Esther Ajayi said no, that you cannot say it was in a moment of anger, that she believed that that is exactly what Kabiyesi feels for Queen Naomi, that Queen Naomi does not have anything upstairs, that Queen Naomi, these women are all better than Queen Naomi, that she believed that that is exactly. And they say Kabiyesi said no, that it was anger, that he was saying all of those things directed at Olori Naomi. He wanted to deliberately spite her because he knows that her supporters are all over the world, and at that time they were watching. Okay, the same way Queen Naomi has been also throwing jab at him was what he did, and that this would be the first time that he has ever done anything like that, because he wanted Queen Naomi to feel the same rejection that he feels every time. And that was why he said all of those things, that he never meant anything that he said and all of that. But of course, you do know that a lot of people have heard it and people are taking it very serious. And, me, I feel like out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. I do know that a lot of you have said I am taking this whole thing like personal, like they will come back, they will come back. Well, that is also my dream, okay? I told you I love Olori Naomi. And for me, Nami deserves the very best. If that best for Olori Nami is the Ooni of Ife and God wants it to be, who am I to to say it will not happen, right? But for everybody who is saying that I shouldn't take it personal, they will come back, that there is a likelihood that they end up together again and all of that. I am saying to you guys, I don't know if you watched that video where Kabiyesi was doing the prayer and where Kabiyesi was saying all of those things. And if it's your husband or your sister is married to a man and a man is saying all of these things, will you be happy? Will you be happy? If you know you will be happy, fine. But if you know that this is capable of hurting anybody, then it is also fine. So they said Reverend Esther Ajayi told Kabiyesi that she has rested her own case, that she's not even going to put her mouth in this matter again, that she believed that Kabiyesi knows exactly what he is doing. She believed that Kabiyesi had decided to be with his wife. And if Kabiyesi had decided to be with his wife, why does he feel that they need to keep Naomi if as far as he knows that he has married the very best women in the world? They are doing everything that maybe Naomi never did and all of that. They have something upstairs and all of that. If his life is complete with these women, why is it so difficult to call Naomi's family to come and do the traditional thing so that Naomi will go away? So what is going on now? A lot of people are thinking that the reason why Kabiyesi is hanging on to Olori Naomi is because of all of those traditional obligations and all of that. So Naomi is supposed to write off her life together with the traditional obligations. So Naomi is not supposed to go on with her life. Naomi is not supposed to get married, start up a new life and all of that. Is that what Kabiyesi is trying to say? They said these were the words that Reverend Esther Ajayi put to the Ooni of Ife, because she was really, really displeased, that she was very, very disappointed over those things that came out of the mouth of the Ooni of Ife. So if this story is true, as we are hearing, I've told you, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information. I do not live in the palace of the Ooni of Ife, neither am I related to them, okay? And I also tell you, whatever information you get on social media, you want to take it with a pinch of salt. So this is what we are hearing. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.